Welcome in, Huntsville. Another wonderful good morning to you. Thanks for waking up with us.
What do you love about Huntsville? What makes this a great place to be?
Everyone here is very genuine and very kind and friendly. You never hesitate to speak up and say hello or good morning or just acknowledge the person walking by.
The thing that I love most about Huntsville, I love the peace that Huntsville brings. I love the peace that it gives me.
I feel accepted and part of the town and like I belong here.
Huntsville is where my lovely wife lived when I met her, so I moved here. So I'm pretty thankful for her.
For you in Huntsville, Texas.
Good morning, Huntsville.
I just threw it at you, Justin.
You got to warn me about these things,
I didn't even
Rob.
warn you. Didn't even warn you. Man, here
I'm
we
like,
go.
Rob, are you going to talk or what?
Nah, I just wanted to be quiet.
Oh,
because I'm
quiet? Never.
Saving my energy for, can we say it with that like cool accent that we had before?
Yeah, I don't know how you do it.
Dutch Bros.
Dutch Bros.
Justin, thank you.
You're welcome.
Justin Killingsworth here.
Mine was gone before I got here.
JK, you're never kidding though, man.
It was an M&M kind of morning.
So you didn't, where's the Dr. Pepper at?
You know, I'm out at home. And I was like going through Dutch Bros. I was like, okay. And then M&M, it was just like M&M all the way here.
You know where I've been going, man, that I really enjoy here in town? It's a really cool, just kind of, I don't know, man. It kind of takes me back to the late 90s, early 2000s when they had internet cafes.
Yeah.
They don't have like an internet cafe, but I've been going over to Sipsy's.
Yeah.
I love that place.
Have you been to the Cat Cafe right here on
I know.
the
I
square?
need to go see her.
Yeah, Elizabeth.
I need to go down there.
Chill.
I do. I need to go see Elizabeth. If you're watching, I need to come see you. And I promise you this. I'm going to go there this morning after the show.
All right.
I'm going to go because I need to go support her. She's a great lady.
She's awesome.
You know, when I first visited Huntsville years ago.
With Peter Pitt.
Peter Pitt. How did you know that? You knew where I was going. You knew where I was going. Hello, Huntsville. All right, let's start the show. Here we go. Episode 58 is we're moving right along on
58.
Don't even seem like it. It's turned into a routine.
Yeah, it's just like, here we are.
Here we are on a Thursday. Big shout out, Justin Killingsworth of the Color. Let's see if this works. Oh, wait, that's a joke.
Oh, look at you.
That's not it. Hold on. There we go. Justin Killingsworth. Let's give him a round of applause here. We got a live studio audience.
Yes, thank you.
Justin, it sounds like rain whenever you actually let it go. Justin Killingsworth of the ColorBar is here with us every Thursday, one of our Foundation 5 sponsors. And friends, we're here to lift up this community. We always want to inspire you every morning, and we just want to get your brain flowing about what you're thankful for today. We are broadcasting live on our beautiful downtown square. Right here, just catty corner from the Walker County Courthouse. Our studio is sponsored by Elliott's Jewelers. Mr. Elliott Herzlich, online at Elliott'sJewelers.com. By the way, Elliott's Jewelers also our presenting sponsor of our Rays of Hope fundraising drive. And next week, we're going to finally be unveiling the nonprofits that we've partnered with and all the items that those nonprofits are needing. It'll be a donation drive-through at HEB parking lot. Big shout out to Zach and our friend at HEB, because you know what, at HEB, here.
They're Heb?
Heb, here, everything's better.
Yeah.
That was our old motto. So looking forward to that.
I wonder
also,
how many people actually know what HEB stands for.
Henry Edward Butt.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yes, I knew that, but I wonder how many other people knew that.
Where did their first store start?
Not in San Antonio.
Starts with a K. Kerrville.
Oh, yeah.
Kerrville,
yes.
Texas. Boy, I tell you, I was down
so funny thing.
What you got, Jay?
I have a guest and a friend of mine who she come in to get her hair cut. I was like, oh, come, tune in to Hello Huntsville in the morning and yada, yada. So Tammy, does she already mention me this morning?
Tammy said good morning. Is this the Tammy right here?
Yes, so this is the Tammy I'm talking about.
She was one of our winners before.
Yeah, she was one of our winners. So is there any comments about a farmer's almanac in there?
Let's see. Tammy, you got a farmer's almanac yet?
Let's see if she's commented it yet.
She has not. Let us know about it, Tammy.
So long story short, she's like, she likes to schedule her hair based on the farmer's almanac. And she's like, no one ever heard of that. And I was like, no, it's a whole thing. Like you cut your hair with the moon and all the things. But like my grandma, anyways, we went into this whole discussion. And I told her we'd bring it up on the show because, the almanac's pretty cool. But my grandma actually potty trained me within 2 days off of the farmer's almanac at like 2 years old. Like it's something about the phrase is like something in the knees. Anyways, my grandma can tell you all about that. I can't, but the farmer's almanac is so cool, and people forget about that.
That is awesome, man. The old farm. My grandma had them. It's the grandma thing.
I guess.
Man.
Well, Tammy's not a grandma, but she uses it.
Well, she's a great lady, and she's way too young to be a grandma. By the way, Tammy just had her 21st birthday.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to find here? I'm trying to find an Idaho potato. They used to come in these tin cans. And I don't even know why I'm bringing this up in the show. I just have to, Justin. I have to.
What tin can?
There's an Idaho potato used to come in these tin cans, like a big can, right? Are you following me? I'm not.
Tammy says I am a grandma.
You're too young to be a grandma, Tammy. You're 21. She's a little bit older than 21. 29, Tammy. We'll leave it. You always hang
29 in Holden.
29 in Holden. But no, does anyone remember the Idaho potato? The what do you call it? The hydrated potato flakes.
Oh,
instant potatoes. They used to they didn't come in a box. They came in a tin can.
Yes.
I don't even know why I mentioned this. I just have to. I have to. You were mentioning about how your grandma potty trained you. My grandma trained me. Back in the day, I guess plastic toilets for children weren't a thing.
Yeah.
She trained me on an Idaho potato can. And she's worried about the edges of the can cutting
your
me.
bum.
So she took paper towels and she'd always make it real soft for me.
Things our grandma does for us. Huh?
You never know what you're going to get on.
Hey, they are innovative.
So Idaho potato can will take care of it. Does anyone remember the Idaho potato can? Hey, we got a great show lined up. Our friend Cecilia Hendrickson is joining us. She is a student at Sam Houston State University, also interning at the Chamber of Commerce. And we're just going to hear her perspective, student life. We're still got a month and a half or so before students start returning here to Huntsville. Some of them are starting to trickle in, but of course it's summer. So we'll talk to her. I want to get a little student life in Huntsville. What's it like being a student?
I prefer them to trickle in than all come at the same time.
Yeah. Do you get students from Sam Houston?
Yeah, quite a bit.
Do you market over there?
Yeah, I advertise in the LSC.
There you go.
So, but, campus is literally, I like to call us like the paper moon. We're 50 steps from campus.
That's right. There's an apartment that has that.
Yeah, it's the paper moon.
Yeah, okay. Well, Bridget looked at, that's the apartments?
Yeah,
okay.
It's called the paper moon.
Well, Bridget looked at that. No, it was my cousin Zoe. She's like very analytical.
Yeah.
And she's going to go to Sam Houston. And she's like, that's a lie. I said, what's a lie? They're not 50 steps from that campus.
Well,
I said, technically, like the campus boundary, yes, but actually, is it 50 steps to your classes? No. So
hey, that's marketing for you.
That's marketing 101 for you. I'm a little more honest. I'd probably say half a mile from campus, half a mile walk from campus.
No, but like literally the paper moon is right here, and then you have the Coliseum. Like literally, it's right there.
Yeah, but I mean, let's be honest. Like walking to class, it's a lot more than 50
They don't
steps.
claim. They don't.
I know, they
claim
just claim
50
the boundary line.
Yeah, they say from campus.
That's like someone that lives way outside of a town, and then the city limit boundary is like right next door, but it's still another 10 miles in a town.
Yeah.
Oh, I live in town.
I live right at 10 miles from town.
Yeah, you're like 10 miles from town.
Okay, so
buddy.
like when I measure a town, I guess I do it like our state does, and they measure from courthouse to courthouse, right? So like on the road when it says 12 miles to Huntsville, that's to the courthouse.
I used to think it was to the post office. See, I'm learning something new every day.
Well, maybe I'm wrong, but I always thought, well, our post office is kind of close.
This is a challenge this morning.
I think. But anyways,
It's a challenge this morning. Is it the courthouse or is it the post office? Someone told me years ago it was like the nearest post office. Oh, you know what? It may be because I just thought about this, Justin, because not every town has a courthouse.
right.
Yeah. So maybe.
But every town has a post office.
Yes. Most of them. I don't know. If you know this, if you're a census person,
Let us know.
yeah, find it out and let us know.
Find us out.
We want to welcome you in, Tammy, joining us. How about Miss Lois? We love you, Lois. She is chiming in. My daughter took up with Lois very much, and we hosted, or didn't host. We sponsored the Chamber of Business After Hours on Tuesday night. Appreciate everybody coming out, and Lois was there, and my daughter was just eating it up. So thank you, Miss Lois. Someone had said that she was the cutest, or something about the cute little girl that was there. I said, no. Hold on. Because Samantha Havard was there with her little girl, who's 5 months old, maybe 6. Beautiful, precious little baby. And I was like, no. I said, yes, my daughter is a cute little angel. But I said, she is the cutest little angel that's almost 2 years old. So I wanted to make sure, because Samantha's baby deserves, that's a precious little angel too, man. So Huntsville, let us know that look, Samantha's joining us this morning. I didn't even know you were joining, Samantha. I wasn't even trying to talk you up, but there you are. So your little girl, Samantha, is beautiful. And I made sure to correct Lois. I said, you know what? There's another baby here. And she was precious. And Samantha, you won I guess it was last week, some passes to Guardian Defense. Let us know how those are going to go, We want to make sure that those get used up, and we appreciate you joining us this morning. I'm excited, man. Every morning. Okay, let me step back a minute, Justin, all right? Not every morning am I excited.
Why not?
It's just life, Sometimes you're dealing with things and stresses, but I always said this. I'm always going to say that I'm excited, because if you say things, they ultimately happen.
Speak it into existence.
Yeah, man. And that's the message this morning for somebody out there is maybe you're waking up today and you're not feeling your best. You think that maybe you're just feeling like everything's crashing in around you. I'd posted something this morning that sometimes when we allow, whenever we feel like we're used or something happens, I said, that leads to depression a lot of times for a lot of people.
Yep.
But you know what, man? Overcome all that. I know it's easier said than done. But just if you feel that you're in that situation, know that you are making an impact somewhere else. Justin, I want to tell you the impact that you're making in this community. You're always a bright light. You're always fighting for the best here in Huntsville. And we need, in my opinion, more voices like you.
Absolutely.
To be that shining light and that force that this community needs, because there are so many great things that are happening here in Huntsville. And the good news is,
and they're growing constantly.
And there's so many more great things that are on the horizon. And when I say great things, I'm not, sometimes people start thinking, oh, well, great things, somebody's trying to make $1. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about just ways to draw people into this community. We have so many great antique stores, so many great businesses right here on the square. But I start thinking about how can we get people off 45 in downtown.
Right.
You know what,
the DBA actually invests a lot of money into advertising out. They have a billboard there right as you enter into New Waverly. There was a billboard down in Spring. There was a billboard up in Madisonville. There's a just really trying to get that 45 traffic here. And the City of Huntsville Tourism Department, they advertise, they go to these trade shows and all these different things trying to promote tourism in Huntsville. And, it's sharing, it's posting those photos, because you may not be connected with, you have people that you're connected with outside of Huntsville. So, sharing Huntsville and your experience in Huntsville and those things. And, I want to touch on that, it's all about making $1. Well, isn't that what society has formed us to do? Of course it's about making $1. I mean, I don't measure success based on a dollar. I measure success based on the energy that I put out.
Love that. That's what it is.
You know, but at the end of the day, you got to make $1. I mean, if you don't make $1, you
can't pay your bills.
You can't pay bills. You don't have a house. You don't drive a car. You can't eat. I mean, it just
You don't need any of those things.
right. And those aren't required, you know. But of course, it's about making $1. I mean, that is everyone. If someone says that they don't care about money, they're probably under a bridge, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, I always like the saying that money can't buy happiness, and my I guess my comment back to that. Well, it sure helps.
Yeah, I've always
because
heard
it doesn't add that extra stress. It doesn't add, you know, all these things, and it's just so much more. It's so much more that.
But I know you
some
well
people
enough.
Understand, and
yeah, you got to have it. And I know you well enough, Justin, that you think like me in the aspect of that's not the first thing on your mind with the business, though.
No.
First thing on my mind, money comes last. It really does. I mean,
Yeah.
you have to have it.
I give people the shirt off my back. Literally have. Ask Tamara Gann. She was like freezing cold, and I don't know. She had a sleeveless or something. Anyways, I was like, "Here's my flannel shirt." Like, she's like, "Does it look cute?" I was like, "It's a flannel shirt. What's not cute about it?" Anyways, but literally, I mean, you know, it doesn't matter who you are. We all. I mean, there's such a great group of people that are like that. Samantha does the same thing, you know, like Emily O'Rear, Jen Beam. I mean, there's so many different people that are like that. We have a fabulous community.
We do. Both those young ladies are exceptional, and Samantha's great. She always puts out the positive energy. And then Emily, if you're watching, I always called her this. I coined it, and it's her name, the smile of Huntsville.
Yes.
Every town.
She does have the bright smile.
Every town has the smile of a town. And every town also has like that guy that kind of wanders around town, and he's like, I like that guy. We had a guy named Troy growing up in Georgetown. Yeah. He carried an old 80s boombox on his shoulder and was always playing some good old-fashioned hip-hop music. Yeah. I say that because it was pretty cool.
Who's our guy we had roaming around this morning?
We got a young man here, yeah. I won't say his name. He's a great guy. He's just been through a lot. But there's always, that guy in town that you know he's out and about. And Troy was that guy, and I'll never forget. Someone told me, though, they said sometimes when you're at the convenience store, Troy's going to ask you for money. Yeah. And if you tell him no, then he's going to get really, really angry with you. And he was an older gentleman, obviously, based on what I'm saying. You know, he had some issues, and we all have issues, and I don't ever judge anyone where they're at. You know, people have been through circumstances that we can't even imagine. But he said the key to it is you always say, I'm going to tell Barbara, because Barbara was his mom. And if you said that, he'd back off. And so one day, literally, I'm at an Exxon in town, and Troy comes up, and he's like, hey, give me some money. And I really did not have, and I'd given him money before. I really have. You know, if I had it, I gave it to him. If I didn't, I didn't. That day, I did not have it. And I said, Troy, I don't have any money. He's like, come on. He's like, give me your money, man. I need something. And he started getting angry with me. And I looked at him, and I remembered what my buddy Tall told me. His name was Tall, T-O-L.
I'm going to tell Barbara.
I said, Troy, man, I'm about to tell Barbara. What's up? He's like, please don't tell her. And then he was gone, so it worked, man.
And remember, your mother brought you into this world and can take you out.
Yeah, that's right, man. So, hey, who else is joining in here? Oh,
I know that's what I told Tammy the other day. I said, girl, put it in on the comments. We'll talk about it. We like those comments. Yeah, so comment today.
We come in with like a very vague idea of what we're going to talk about.
We didn't even talk about what we were going to talk about. We talked about ASSE and the exchange student program.
We'll bring that up in a little bit on the back end because we got a young lady waiting out. She's waiting outside. She didn't see me wave her in.
Wave her in?
We'll wave her in.
Should we knock on the glass?
We will in a second. Prison City Jeep guy chiming in saying, what's up, guys? Get after it. I love that.
Oh, Robbie.
Yep, Robbie. Oh, that's Robbie Diamonds. What's up? Robbie D.
I think that's Robbie.
Is that you, Robbie D? Because sometimes it comes in as like Robbie Diamonds. I'm assuming because he has a Jeep and he lives in Huntsville. My mother, Shirley Hip, joining in this morning. Love you, Mom. Good morning. Caitlin.
Oh, here we go. Let's see what Tammy sent me.
Oh, we got something coming in. Here we go.
Tammy sent me.
Oh, it's the Almanac.
The Almanac. The Old Farmer's Almanac 2023.
Can you read that title like just if you were like a hardcore Almanac
Which one are we doing?
No, can you read that, though, like in your best East Texas voice?
The Regional Farmer's Almanac.
That's pretty good, Justin. All right. Caitlin, good morning.
Was that supposed to be an old man?
Yeah, that was all right. It was
Hang
pretty
on.
good,
What is
so.
she sending? Best days for 2023. Oh, yeah. It'll like quit. Tammy sent it a little blurry. But quit smoking. Where are we at? That's we're in July. So that's the 13th and the 15th maybe?
So the methodology behind this, it's whatever the moon is doing?
Yeah. Brew, bake. I mean, you can dry fruits, vegetables, meat, make jams or jellies, to have the most flavor. Cut your hair to encourage to grow. Cut your hair to discourage to grow.
Man, you need to get this.
Okay,
look,
let me
perm
tell you
your
right
hair.
now. Right now, perm your hair is... We're in July?
He's looking at
July
the
11th and 12th to have your perm last the longest.
You need to have an almanac special.
To color your hair... Oh, I'm sorry. That was to color your hair. Is the 11th and 12th. To perm your hair is the 5th and 6th. If you don't want your hair to grow, the 11th and 12th.
That's what's wrong with folks if you're losing your hair. That's what happens. But how does it, if you don't want your hair to grow, what do you do on those days for your hair not to grow?
That means the moon's down. I don't know. The tide's down or something. It's all in the Tammy is gonna send me all kinds of stuff.
All right, Dina joining us saying howdy. We'll go over more of those, Justin, on the back end. Chelsea is here as well, saying good morning. Hey, we got to step aside and take a break. Our friend is waiting for us out there. I did before we bring on our good friend this morning, Cecilia Hendrickson. Want to remind you this week's keyword: winner.
Chicken dinner.
Chicken. Don't text all that. Just text the word winner and your name. WINNER and your name along to 936-339-0139.
Couldn't help myself again.
So just text in. Justin's over here at the Elks Pig. 936-339-0139. Text in your name alongside the keyword winner or the keyword winner and your name. However you want to do that. Our system will pick it up. If you've already entered in this week and you didn't win, text in again this morning because you can enter to win every single day. So that's what we do.
We're back on?
Yeah,
Sorry.
we're back on. Justin
Just playing with the cup.
Justin has his ADD moment. We'll step
Yes.
aside. We'll take a break. A lot of folks joining us. Please keep those comments coming in this morning. Let us know what you're thankful about here today. Let us know. We always ask our guests. Why don't we ask the audience that's watching this morning live, what do you love most about Huntsville, Texas? We'll pop those up on the screen as we go on. For now, though, we'll step aside, take a break. Cecilia joins us on the other side when we come back. Hey, good morning, Huntsville.
We're
Welcome
back.
back in. Here we go. 7:30. Man, we were just chatting away. Poor Cecilia was outside, and she was
In
like,
the
"I'm about."
heat.
Yeah, she was in the heat. She's like, "I'm about to
Humid,
leave."
the sticky.
Cecilia, you're
Welcome
about
to Huntsville.
She's just about to leave. She's like, "Forget this. I'm leaving." So
Look at my phone.
no, it's all good. Cecilia Hendrickson joining
Yes,
us this
Hendrickson.
morning. Good to have you on. Hendrickson, right?
Yes.
Rob, I
Yeah.
can't hear very well in here.
You can't
today.
hear.
Uh-oh.
Well, you need to start popping your jaw like this, and then it, when you're flying.
Oh, yeah?
Here, you can crank it up. Is that better right there,
Plug your
Justin?
nose
Yeah,
in
that's
blow.
better.
All right.
Yeah.
Cecilia, good to have you on today.
Thank you for having me.
You bet. We're back in here on Good Morning Huntsville on a Thursday. Show is always brought to you by our good friends at the ColorBar and Justin Cody Killingsworth. Had to throw in the middle name there to make it really serious.
I know, you
It's
know.
a main character name.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we appreciate Justin as always and their generous support of helping to make this show possible. Always want to remind you, too, our studio is sponsored by Elliott's Jewelers online at elliotsjewelers.com.
Man, he had some great giveaways last week.
Man, he had it. Did you see the one that Karen Denman got?
Yeah, it was beautiful.
I think it was like valued at $300, man. So you never know what you're going to get.
How
in
do
the show.
people reach him?
Go to elliotsjewelers.com. Yeah.
Yeah, and
he's
like he's in the First National Bank building, right?
he is, but it's by appointment only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got to schedule a reservation to get with him. 'Cause
Today?
he's that good.
Today, giving away, Cecilia, you can do the gifts. And I'm going to formally introduce you here in a moment, but we're going to go ahead and have you hold these. Cecilia is now.
The camera?
Yep, there we go. We're
Our
giving
Vanna
away.
this morning.
She is our Vanna. We're giving away 2 range passes to Guardian Defense. So we're giving away, it's our final 2, by the way. Our
Awesome.
final 2.
Last two
Range passes to Guardian Defense. And I'm going to throw in another postcard here, random it today, and the postcard will be, check this out. Cecilia, you like this one. You know what that is? This is a little Sam Houston history. Let me read it first so I actually get
It
it.
looks like is that where Sam Ave?
That's Old
Or
Main.
Salmon Ave? That's Old Main?
Old Main,
Wow.
right there. Hold that one up. There you go. So we're giving away Old
That's
Main.
crazy.
Check out the 1970s musk on the back of that postcard. See, because it's from the 70s.
Smell it. Does it smell good?
Yeah. What does that thing smell like?
I actually can't smell anything.
Oh.
Did you have COVID?
Well, that's why I'm here today.
Yeah, so I had COVID and I still haven't gotten back my full sense of smell.
Okay, I haven't, so let me
Years
smell
ago.
it.
All right, here we go.
Yep, smells musty.
Yep.
Well, I didn't put the whole thing up to
Oh,
my
that
nose,
does,
so maybe
man.
I missed out.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's that good paper.
That's that good paper. All right, let's reset and refocus. Cecilia Hendrickson
Look, your
joining
your
us.
scent's coming back.
Did my sense come? I did because I got it close. Cecilia Hendrickson joining us. She is a student at Sam Houston State University in MassComm.
Yes.
And also
Spanish minor.
in Spanish minoring in that. So we wanted to have you on today just to give a student perspective of, Huntsville, Texas, and how you got here, how you heard about the university, and then also we'll talk a little bit about now interning at the Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah.
So let us know your story. I mean, where are you from? Give us a little bit of background about you, Cecilia.
So I grew up here.
Here, I'm just going to adjust this just a little bit. There we go.
There we
He's
go.
also our helper.
Sorry.
No. I grew up here in Huntsville, and I was homeschooled, so I never actually had to formally go to school. But I decided I wanted to do mass comm as my major, since it's a very broad major. You have journalism, you have broadcast, you have, PR and advertising. You have pretty much a very wide field of communication. So that's how I chose my major. And then, of course, Spanish, because a lot of people speak Spanish.
Yeah.
And, that's where I'm lived and pretty much raised in Huntsville.
That's great. And you know what I loved about you said you were, studying mass comm, and the first question you asked me when you sat down is you said, what camera do I look at?
Yeah,
see-
I'm used to that. The
Yeah.
guests will be like, do I talk? There's camera 1, camera 2, and we have a whole studio. I don't know if you've seen it
Oh, y'all
before.
got the hookup. This is,
Yeah.
I mean, we're trying over here, Cecilia.
No, this is actually
this
very
is-
fancy compared to
yeah,
that.
No, I mean, we don't even have the tally lights. The cameras don't have the red light whenever you know which one it's on.
Well,
Y'all-
you have the
I wished
monitor
we
over here.
had.
Yeah.
I wish we had the monitor in front of us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I told Rob that before.
You got to get one of those big stand monitors, put it on the back wall, and hook it up to the computer.
Yeah,
There you go.
That way, I can check myself out,
Be like,
but not look off camera. Rob.
I still like to look. So, Cecilia, what? Let me,
I think Rob likes this side of him better.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
it's your good side.
Yeah.
You talk to the camera like this the entire time.
There you go. Yeah, I just kind of like to lean in, and you
Yeah.
got this right here, and that's what I love. We're super casual here on the show, but Cecilia Hendrickson again joining us, a student at Sam Houston State University, grew up here in Huntsville, so it's great to get her perspective just of this community. We'll dig into that here now. You grew up here. What have you seen in Huntsville? I would assume. What year are you, by the way? at
I'm a
Sam?
senior.
It's senior.
Yeah, I have one more semester, and then
She's like, one more.
out.
So what have you seen, in your 20+ years of life here through Huntsville that you've really just embraced in this community? What have you seen that you've really enjoyed about Huntsville?
Ooh, that's a big question. I'd say what I enjoy the most is, I know it sounds very cliche, but I do enjoy the community. I like that. It's not too big, but it's just the right size. I know some people, they want to go to Houston, they want to see the big city life, which is fun too. But there isn't necessarily that much traffic at 5 o'clock. You can get from across town about, I don't know, 5-10 minutes. And the stores are just it's not too much for me, at least. I like the kind of small town feel, but it's not too small. Like I can, go to the, shopping if I want, and it's not so small that I have to drive, 50 miles to get somewhere cool.
Right?
Yeah. So I really like the kind of small town, but not too small town vibe that Huntsville has.
It is really, someone was telling me the other day about some promotion called the 5 o'clock drive, and I was like, what? That's it should be renamed to the 5-minute drive, because nowhere in Huntsville, I mean, it takes 10 minutes. I always joke around. I say it takes longer to get out of Elkins than it does to drive around in Huntsville, really, because we live in the back part.
I know, but so we're kind of capping on Houston, but I really do love the food options in Houston.
Yeah,
it's
that is
more
true.
It's more than Hispanic, like Mexican food. Like, I don't know.
That is the perk. I do like that. Like, if I feel like making that drive, it is a long time, but the Asian food is really good.
Like,
if you find
there's
your
this
spot,
place in Houston called Fadi's, right? So it's a Mediterranean like buffet, and they have like 48 different types of hummuses.
48?
48 different types.
What
it
do you
is
do?
so good.
What is it? Like, what do you put in that many things?
I don't know, but it's like all different flavored. Like my favorite is like this avocado, and then they have like a spicy jalapeno hummus, and like just anyways, it's so good. And then my favorite bar in Houston is called Bar Boheme. It's like kind of like this hole in the wall, and they serve these Vietnamese French fries, right? So they're so good.
Slow down on the food this morning.
I'm
brother.
like,
I haven't had breakfast yet.
And they're like have fresh mint mojitos that they like literally like make to order. It's so good. Anyways, like that's what I'm
sounds
saying.
good.
Like I miss, like that's what I miss. Like if I could change one thing about Huntsville, it would be those food options. Like,
Well, they are having
I'm sorry,
food.
we don't need 22 Mexican restaurants.
That is true, but I think they are. Didn't they bring in a ramen bar
Yes,
recently?
and
they
ramen.
are
It's not
bringing.
open yet.
They are bringing a ramen bar.
I'm excited about that.
Is
Yeah.
it open now?
No, I don't think
No,
so.
not
it's over
yet.
by like Verizon, maybe.
45. Yeah, it's in the 45 shopping center over there.
It's like right next to Verizon or something.
That's our second most read article on HelloHuntsvilleTX.com.
That ramen bar.
And I don't even have the full details. I've reached out. I haven't received anything yet. So, but that's going to be exciting. So,
That's very exciting, yeah.
Cecilia
It'll be
Hendrickson.
coming soon.
And then we have like
Joining
Tipsy
us.
Tio's is coming downtown. I think they had their soft opening last week or this weekend or something right there at the old bus station.
What's
So,
it called?
Tipsy Tio's.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they have a second location now.
What?
Two locations in the same town?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, it's probably better parking over there, let's be honest.
Yeah.
12. So, well, it's good. Again, this morning, Cecilia Hendrickson joining us. She is a student at Sam Houston State University. Hey, her professor, I believe it's her professor, chiming in. Jonathan Reed, is he your professor?
Oh,
He said,
hey.
you know what he said? Thankful for great students like Cecilia.
Aw.
Saying hi,
That's so
Cecilia.
cute.
Jonathan's a great
And
guy.
lady,
Yes,
what
I
is
took him
Chris
twice.
saying?
Favorite
morning
professor.
fellas.
What is that? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Chris Brown, our friend at Jump Around Moonwalks. By the way, Chris, I got your coolers. Thank you. He helped us donate some coolers for Chamber After Hours. I will get those back to you hopefully today or tomorrow, if that's all right. You let me know when you need them, and either today or tomorrow. But Chris Brown, Jump Around Moonwalks. You'll be seeing more about Chris. We're going to tell his story on Hello Huntsville. We're going to have him on the show as well, and so I'm excited to
Is
have
that on
Chris
a Thursday?
We'll get him one day, man. Whatever day is going to work for him. So,
I bet he can make a Thursday happen too.
yeah, so we'll figure that out and get it on. So, Cecilia, I wanted to ask your perspective on this. This is why I wanted to have you in this morning. You grew up here. You're interning at the local chamber. So, I mean, you've just invested as a young person so much already in this community, particularly on the Sam Houston State University side. One thing that intrigues me is we have a major, I'm going to call it what it is, a major university right here in East Texas, 22,000 plus students. That rivals a school like Baylor. And from what I heard, in the next 10 years so there may be upwards of 30,000 students here at our university. What have you enjoyed the most, just your journey now as a senior, being at Sam, and some of the things that you think, hey, I'm still progressing, but what are some things early on that you feel like you're going to be able to take with you the rest of your life already that you've learned at the university?
Well, the great thing about the SHSU is kind of like how Huntsville is. It's not too big. It's not too small. So during class times, oftentimes, you finish that semester. Next semester, you actually have the same group of kids with you. So you kind of move up in classes with each other, and other people will branch out depending on their major. But you do eventually, you see the same people, and that can be quite nice because you get familiar with them, and you walk into class the next semester. It's not like, 50 new faces, I don't know everybody here. It's, I remember you from my television and news. I remember you from PR reporting or things like that. So I like that kind of feeling of knowing people and not feeling too lost when I walk into my new classes, especially with mass comm.
On the media side of things, where do you envision yourself after you graduate? What part of media do you want to be involved in? What do you want to do? Or
She's going to work. She's going to work
communications.
for Hello Huntsville.
Yeah. Or,
Yeah, exactly.
We'll find a way. We're trying to get our revenue up to pay you $100,000 a year. But I mean, inside of mass comm, I mean, what area would you love to work in?
Well, I am majoring in broadcast. That's my specialization. So that's what I mostly study. So I think something related to broadcast, I do actually prefer to be behind the camera because then I can be the person saying, no, over there.
So like a director.
Yeah, I'd rather producing. Just kind of, I like to be the behind the scenes kind of stuff. But anything also media related. So like media creation, media management. I like video editing. That can be pretty fun.
Yeah.
As fun as that gets. So anything kind of in my field. And like I said earlier about mass comm, it's a very broad field, so you're never really trapped into one thing. That is, as long as you make sure you study all the different branches.
Yeah. Well, are you interning right now? Do you do? I mean, I know you're at the chamber, but outside of that, are you doing anything right now related to what you want to do, as far as like camera operating or directing or anything?
No, not right now, but
right, I'm picking you
earlier
up.
this semester. You should. Yeah.
I'm serious.
I'm serious too.
Would you be interested? Man, this just turned into, I didn't even know she was.
Whole job
What,
interview.
is this an interview?
Yeah, here we go. Jonathan Reed, here we go. Stand by. He's taking notes. He said he is going to grade you on this. It's actually an undercover interview today.
Yes.
Sounds good.
Just kidding.
I trust his grading.
No, no, I'm serious.
I really do.
We need help here. I mean, because Hello Huntsville is our Foundation 5 sponsors and me. I mean, that's it. We wouldn't be able to do what we do without Justin.
Yeah,
and
you
so
saw
many
I
others.
had to adjust your mic.
But yeah, you saw how I got up. He adjusted your mic. I adjusted the camera. When you saw
Might
the
as
camera,
well have a makeup crew.
yeah. But I'm serious.
Oh, I would love that.
We're gonna find because you graduate when in June. When is the graduation?
December.
So
Yeah.
you still have a fall of things that you can do. I'm gonna have to get with you because we're gonna be broadcasting New Waverly this year. I used to do Huntsville ISD. We brought all that video stuff to Huntsville ISD when I came here, and now I'm gonna take that same vision that I had for HISD, and that's running well. We're going to take it to a smaller school at New Waverly because those kids need coverage as well. So we may get you involved
That'd be interesting,
behind the scenes, running, producing and technical directing and all that, because we want to put a show on those for those kids. And you could be the one behind the scenes making all that happen.
I'm definitely interested because I live near New Waverly, so that wouldn't be a huge drive for me.
Boom.
Yeah.
Where's the microphone at? Done.
I don't know, too expensive.
Yeah. Well, I get the cheap one, the Pile brand. It's like $5 on Amazon. Yeah. Cecilia Hendrickson again joining us this morning from Sam Houston State University. Really excited just to get to know you a little bit more and in the university. What are some of the things about Sam Houston? I know I asked you earlier, what have you seen in the years, but now with and this is on the athletic side. I'm not going to dig into that too much, but they're moving into a new conference. Student engagement. What do you think are some of the ways that students can really start to get more involved with athletics and coming out to the football games, the basketball games? So maybe for someone that's not interested, what would entice someone to come out and say, I'm really not interested in football, but I'll come because of this? What would you say?
It's food. Free food. That's it. I know earlier, I think they're trying to bring more attention to I think it was basketball. So they hosted a big barbecue, and they have like a crawfish boil sometimes. If there's food, people are going to come. They sell out, or not sell out. They give out all their food within I don't know, first 30 minutes, and the lines go pretty much, technically around the block. Free food and free T-shirts, merch, anything. We're all college students, so, not all of us have massive funds. And the idea of getting a huge free meal is extremely tempting, especially as a college student myself.
Yeah.
But I think food is a big draw. I know we were just talking about food. Everybody can relate.
Everything's about food.
Does it have to be food at the event, or if it was like, hey, come tonight, we're going to give you a certificate for food to be used whenever you want, would students come?
They want their cake and eat it too.
Or do you
they
want
want
the
to eat
food
it
there?
there.
Yeah, I think so. I think it would be nice to have the coupon and the free food.
Just asking for everything now.
Have
Their
everything.
cake and want to eat it too.
Yep,
So
yep.
I have a question. So you are from Huntsville. So did your perspective change of Sam Houston State University from before you went there to now going there? Does that make sense?
I think so, in that it did change, in that if you don't ever go to inside the university, you don't ever go to school there or work there, Huntsville itself is almost completely separate. The people who are there, the demographic, the kind of people you'll meet, completely different than the actual city of Huntsville and the people you meet there. But as for the university, once I actually got to go to the university, I guess I remember as a freshman being a little bit I don't know anybody, and now that I've been there for about 3 years now, when I walk around campus, I do know people, and it's that perspective that changed is not feeling as I don't know people or as lost. But you can't really get lost in Huntsville.
Right.
It's kind of small. For
Dr. Alicia White, she's definitely had it where she's had an open arms to our community. She encourages our community to go onto campus, into campus. They have a wonderful facility. I see a lot of people on a particular Facebook page, stating that there's not things to do in Huntsville.
There's so much.
I think I know what page you're talking about.
We have
I love that page.
tomfooleries, and we actually have something on campus called the Cat Cafe. Not Cat Cafe.
Cat Club.
Cat Club.
Cat Club, what?
That has bowling. Everyone's like, oh, they need to reopen the old bowling alley. Well, guys, we have a bowling alley. Go. It's like $2 to bowl.
With your student ID, yeah. I think so,
maybe
right?
it's $4 without your student ID.
Yeah.
I mean, and they don't even charge for shoe rental, I don't think. I mean, I don't remember the prices. We don't sponsor them. They don't sponsor us.
They will now.
They will now,
Yeah,
yes.
we'll get 'em on.
You're welcome, Rob.
Thank you.
Check them out, though, because they have pool tables and food. Like, I go sometimes. The ColorBar is so close to the LSC that I will run to the LSC to get lunch. I love, what's the Steak and Shake? I love their burgers.
There's a Steak and Shake?
Yes, on campus.
Yeah.
So it's in the LSC. That's what I'm saying.
It's pretty good pricing.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
They still got the buffet going down there at the LSC?
No buffet.
The buffet's gone. And then they have a poke. What do you call them?
Hold on, I don't mean to. My ADD's
The
kicking in.
tavern?
The buffet is no longer there.
Are you talking about the General's Market?
Yeah, is
That's somewhere else.
That's kind of like a
But
I don't know.
Like
catering?
Old Main
Yeah.
and Old Main. So the one
It's like
right
a
up here
food
on
hall?
University.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one on University. So that's a buffet that you can go in and all the different segments. I know when Christy Vianne was here, she was really trying to.
It's like $7.
Yeah.
No, I think it's more than 7.
That's why this is right
Well, it's
here.
9 now.
Well, it's this buffet, man.
Yeah.
Bridget and I used to eat there. We loved it.
Yeah. So, but the LSC is different from Old Main, right? So Old Main's located on University and 13, 14, 15, 16th Street.
Yeah.
I had to count.
Yeah, it's kind of they're like across campus from each other.
And
they
then
serve
the
same
LSC
thing,
is like where Chick-fil-A and
Steak and Shake, Wild
Panda
Blue.
is there, right?
Yeah, Panda.
Panda, Wild Blue. There's a place that you can actually get a poke bowl. So that's really good. I'm
That's
probably
at Wild
saying
Blue,
Yeah.
yeah.
A Pokeball, like from Pokemon?
No, like.
You wish. No.
Speaking of okay, let's get off topic just a
something.
minute. Okay, so I don't play those phone games, but Pokemon Go, there's a lot of people that do. And I hear that there's a lot of places on campus to catch Pokemon.
Yeah, there actually are.
Here we go with
I
the
do play it sometimes in the summer.
You brought it up.
I know.
You're a Pokemon hater.
No, is that thing still going?
Yes.
It's
okay, so
active,
my
yes.
aunt,
This guy's
she
all
lives.
excited.
No, it's
Do you
crazy.
play Pokemon Go?
No, I don't. But my aunt lives in Golden, Colorado. This woman is so addicted to Pokemon Go that she flew to Paris to catch a Pokemon because it was going to be a rare sighting of this Pokemon.
You're serious.
I'm serious. And she got the Pokemon.
Oh my gosh.
But it was like this, I don't know. She was all excited about it. But people still play Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
I used to use an app on my phone called GPS. What was it? I forget. But anyways, it's the joy of having an Android phone. It was a mock GPS.
Yeah.
And when that game first came out, the developers forgot to put the lock on the mock GPS apps because the phone recognizes if it's a fake GPS app.
Yeah.
What I'm getting at is the app is you could basically pinpoint on a Google map any location you wanted to be. I used it, just being honest, for YouTube TV.
Yeah.
Because the San Antonio Spurs games, basketball, would be blacked out because of restrictions. So I would use the mock GPS app to move me to make it look like I was in San Antonio. And then, bam, all of a sudden I'm getting all the local San Antonio TV stations and I could watch the Spurs. What did I do in Pokemon Go? I played it for like 6 months. Full disclosure.
Here it comes.
I moved that map point to Times Square in New York and I loaded up and I cheated.
Do you still have all your Pokemon?
No, I don't even know what happened to it, but I cheated. And it was cool because back then, none of the apps were blocking mock GPS apps. So they didn't know how to do it. So you could basically, I could
anywhere in the world and sit in your
world.
living room.
And when you go to Google Maps, it would think like, oh, bam, I'm in I'm in England.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know how we got on that tangent. Cecilia Hendrickson
You
joining
brought
us
up
here.
Pokemon Go.
Cecilia Hendrickson, Sam Houston State University, joining us this morning. Wanted to give you an opportunity to talk a little bit about your internship now at the Huntsville Walker County Chamber of Commerce. How did that come about, and what have you been doing over there, and what are you learning so far? And it's fairly new, too, right?
Yeah.
Like 3 weeks?
I don't know, actually.
think 3,
it
4
started
weeks.
in May.
May?
It started
Well,
mid-May, maybe?
Wow, time flies.
Yeah. And we only have July, the rest of July, and I think my last day is the 25th, so
So what
time
have you,
flies. But
what have you learned
how
over
I
there?
got started, I was looking for an internship, and since I've completed most of my degree requirements, I can't actually do an internship to get class credit anymore because I already did that. But I was looking for somewhere where I could get experience within the Huntsville city limits and kind of get to know people around here. So I remember I asked one of my mass comm professors, I asked Jonathan Reed actually, and I also asked Leanne Munns. They both teach kind of on the broadcasting field in the mass comm department, if they knew people to reach out to. And I was suggested to reach out to Laura Green in the Chamber of Commerce. So I just emailed her and I was like, hey, I'm interested. And they emailed back, and that was that. So then I came in and started helping with the marketing a lot. So I do a lot of the marketing things. Ray Hernandez, the president of the chamber, oftentimes he'll have me write press releases, which are, announcements about upcoming events or people that are going to come visit as sponsors or guests to our events. And I also create a lot of graphics or little marketing videos. So if we're having business after hours, I might create a graphic. This is just an example.
Yeah.
I don't always do the business after hours. I might create a graphic advertising the event and date and time, and then make sure it looks, that we have our branding in it. So that's a lot of what I do, lots of marketing.
It's great. I'm going to tell you, Cecilia, what I'm seeing, it's always been great over there, but it's extremely professional. So you're doing a wonderful job with, I've seen a lot of the videos and the stuff, and that is really exciting. Whenever I go back and think about, your journey, mass comm, Sam Houston State, what really intrigued you? What gave you the idea that, I want to go down this career path? Did you have another career path when you went into it, and then you thought, maybe I'm going to change it? What really led you to wanting to be in mass comm?
Well, I did have another thought. I actually considered going to Houston, U of H, just because I was, it's a big city, but it is pretty expensive over there, especially you can't beat Huntsville pricing compared to Houston, at least. Oh. So that was the only kind of drawback. But I did consider majoring in Spanish instead. It's just that the options you get from Spanish could be anything from, translator, teaching it, or moving on getting your master's and your PhD so you can professional teach in universities. But teaching, I like doing it as, tutoring, a side gig, which is my other job. But I don't think that would be a profession I could follow through very long with. So I did consider Spanish, but I wanted to keep the Spanish, so I kept it as a minor, so I'd at least have it in the background to use. And also, I just love the language. So
Yeah, I love that. Well, that's great. Again, Cecilia Hendrickson joining us. We got a few more moments here. Really appreciate you being here and just sharing your story with us this morning. When you think about Huntsville, what are some of your favorite things to do? Justin was mentioning earlier about how people, there's nothing to do around here. What's something that you enjoy doing here in Huntsville? There's plenty to do here.
State parks. The state park, it's pretty big. I like going on walks sometimes there. It is hot, though. I haven't been for a while. It's so hot, I can't.
You don't want to go to the swimming hole?
Well, I do like alligators, but maybe not that close, And I'm not a great swimmer, so they could, if one decided to go over that net they have, like they did a couple weeks back.
Yeah, I heard about
the viral
that.
video.
Some people got,
Here, let's
It was fine, though.
discourage people from going to the state park.
Yeah.
It wasn't actually. He was just sitting there. They're not very. If you leave them alone, they're not aggressive. But you can get in. You can rent the boats there, and just kind of cruise out on the lake. And
I know
they'll come up to you.
Tracy out at the statue and the visitor center. She loves to go out there and paddleboard and kayak. So
it's very peaceful. That's probably my favorite activity if it's not too hot. And the alligators, they will come up nearby. I would just stay away from them. And if I'm in the boat, I feel safe.
You don't pet them and say, "Hey, buddy, how you doing?"
No.
They're pretty nice.
Someone told me that they're really docile, I guess is the word, because they're
well
used,
fed.
They're so and they're so used to people being out there. Like one day, literally, I saw a boat go by and some guy was throwing stuff out the one.
Yeah.
You should not do that.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so one more question for you. What is one thing that you don't think the community knows about Sam Houston State University?
Good one.
Ooh. save the hardest question for last.
Maybe two things.
Two things.
Okay, three. You know, what do you think? What do you
Maybe
want people
infinitive
to know?
amount. About Sam Houston?
The community does not know about.
That's really hard. You're gonna have to edit out all
It's
all
okay.
the 5 minutes of me thinking.
There's no editing. This is live,
Yeah.
Cecilia.
Oh, true. But don't you record it to YouTube? You do have
we
it
don't.
recorded
There's
there?
no post-production on this.
It's
probably
raw
cheaper.
and
Yeah.
unedited.
All the little pauses and the side conversations about food.
Yeah. That's how we live it.
I'd say, I don't know, it's really fun being a student sometimes. It really can be. There are hard things, you know, and a lot of people don't realize that about Sam. They may think that college is really difficult. Overall, at least in my major, there are hard times, but more often than not, there are fun things that overtake that. Like all the events we have, or like I guess we don't have Fire Fest anymore. We used to have Fire
some of the
Fest.
event. Maybe that's some of the things the
Yeah.
community. Like for me, when
They
I
don't know
came
about
here,
events.
I've learned more. You know, I used to broadcast and miss that. I love the opportunity to broadcast for Sam Houston, and I feel like in the last 3 months I've learned more about the university than I learned in 4 years. Because now, like I'm kind of doing this and getting out in the community. But there was one event that Bridget and I went to that I had no idea about. It was the lighting of the tree.
Yes, the tree lighting ceremony.
And
That's fun, yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful. And all I saw out there was just students. I saw a few folks from the community, but those are the Huntsville. You can show up to this.
So you know, I was kind of hoping you would tell me about all the plays and the music and the
Oh, actually,
all the
Yeah,
things.
I
tell us
hadn't
about
finished that.
Okay.
I
She was
love
going
that.
there.
I went to, so for one of my classes, we had, you know, the filler classes you take for your degree just so you can have like something outside your field. I took the dance one, and part of it is we had to go to several events. So we went to like the someone's like senior recital. It was like a joint senior recital. I remember that was very interesting because I hadn't seen contemporary dance for a long time. And they had like all the fancy lights, and it was very dramatic, and they had the music that matched with the dancers' movements, and that was quite entertaining, especially since they had 2 back-to-back senior recitals. So one of them was like a really vibrant, kind of think like La La Land-ish. And the other one was more black and white, more interpretive kind of dance. But besides that, the other stuff I love about being in the art department or being an SHSU student is we get free tickets to pretty much all the events that are music related. So we can go watch jazz festivals when they have the Bill Walters Jazz Festival. That's one of my favorites to go to because I get in for free. And it's a huge 3-day event.
It's like $12. Like
For regular
it's
people.
like $12
Yeah.
for the ticket.
But that's not bad because, you know, if you go to Houston, you have to pay around $50 just for kind of mid-grade seats.
yeah.
So they bring in professional artists who are sometimes worldwide famous, and I get in for free, but
Yeah.
any other person, it's only $15 to $12, which
Yeah.
isn't bad at all. It's not bad at all.
I need to find something. Hold on. Okay, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it.
Is this playing
Here it
live?
is. All right. Justin,
What?
give me your best dance impersonation. Ready, go.
Are we just doing it with our head? Turtle. That's what I have to think of. Okay, that movie Master of Disguise. You
We
know?
just lost like 50 viewers.
It's
so-
fine.
So I don't want to watch this show anymore.
You know, but
too
that's what's really awesome about the university. You know, I love that you brought that up, and we're going to bring that up because you know there's everything from plays to dance recitals to jazz concerts to symphonies to even sports side of things. You know, it's more than just sports. You know, actually, I mean, they have galleries, and actually their satellite gallery is here downtown Huntsville, right on University Avenue. And so you can go in, and that doesn't cost anything. And that's where the students display their art and different things like that. All the food options are available to everyone as well. So it's really cool how the university has built a facility that not only caters to students, but can cater to the community as well.
Yeah.
Love that. Cecilia Hendrickson joining us here as, one final question for you, Cecilia. Just to really appreciate you being
Is
here.
that a hard question?
I don't think so. I don't think so. From a student perspective, what do you think that the university needs more from the community of? So in other words, what can the community do to support the university more? Let me put it that way. The first way I worded that was really terrible. What can the community do to support the students at the university more?
I think a lot of students, so some people, not everyone going to SHSU is from the area. A lot of people kind of either commute in or from different areas of Texas. I think they don't know as much about the Huntsville businesses. So maybe if more community members or businesses reach out to students, because a lot of students don't know what goes on in Huntsville. Kind of like how I said earlier, Huntsville is kind of separate from the university. They're not physically separate, but the people in the university and the city of Huntsville, you could go your whole life being a student and never have explored Huntsville, is what I mean. So maybe if there's more outreach to the students, that would be cool. Kind of know what's around you, what businesses there are. That's what Hello Huntsville is for.
Just had an idea.
What?
It's the Hello Huntsville, Explore Huntsville for Sam Houston State University.
Yeah.
So we should
What's the most effective way
Start
to
it.
communicate to Sam Houston students? Maybe we have some business owners watching, or there's some nonprofit organizations that may need some help. What would be the most effective way to communicate that, seeing how you are in mass comm?
I know a lot of students use Instagram. Instagram is a big one. I know TikTok is. I personally don't use TikTok too often, mostly because it's very it's in front of the camera. TikTok is usually. Sometimes it's the other way around. But TikTok is a good one. Instagram, Facebook less so, but I wouldn't cancel out Facebook.
What?
And then actually going on to the university plaza. Sometimes you can get people you can table there. You do have to pay for it. But students will stop at the table between classes and ask questions. I've seen small businesses do that before. I think ColorBar sometimes gives out things.
The ColorBar gives out things. We've been invited to special events within the LSC Commons. We did a back to school, a beach bash. That's what we did.
Yeah, that's a great thing.
And then also there's some opportunities within the LSC to advertise, but real, just diving deep. I mean, I send. The staff goes up there sometimes, and just to hang out. And
that's how I found out about ColorBar. Because before that, I remember they just opened over by, what is that called? It's by the CVS.
Domino's?
Yeah, by the Domino's. Yeah. I remember it opened, and I hadn't heard about it, but one of the reps was on campus.
Yeah.
And they're handing out stuff, so I was like, oh, ColorBar. So that's how I knew about ColorBar, and then I remember I looked it up.
I have that awame new Starbucks that's right there.
Yes,
and
they built it just for you.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, yes.
That's
as
so
I
bad.
drink Dutch Bros.
That's so bad.
Dutch Bros.
Dutch Bros.
Cecilia, it's been great. Thank you for being on today. Is there anything that you'd like to share? Maybe something that was on your mind. You said, I really wish that they would have asked me that question, but they didn't. This is the free-for-all part of the show now for you.
The open discussion.
The open discussion. Anything that
that's
you want to
been the whole show.
Yeah.
I think y'all covered it. I think every question you asked, there were definitely some more difficult questions, but they were good questions. I don't feel like anything was lacking.
Do you wish
honestly.
we would have given you a question sheet?
No.
Oh,
actually,
good.
in mass comm, no, I'm telling the truth. I'm bad at lying. But in mass comm, they tell you do not give the guests a sheet of paper with their questions. The reason being is a lot of people will kind of concoct answers beforehand, and then they'll come and they'll kind of say it, and it'll either sound like it's scripted, or they'll mess it up and say, oh, wait, and stumble over the words, and it's very clear they read something beforehand. So the more the genuine, don't give them answers.
It's like Rob when we do these prank calls, and he stutters over the words.
See here.
Do y'all really do prank calls on the show? Are you serious?
Yeah, you want to join us on the last one? Do we have to have her go off?
Cecilia, by the way, here we go. You got one final opportunity. Text the keyword winner along with your name, 936-339-0139. Again, that number, 936-339-0139. Text the keyword winner along with your name. We're going to draw that.
Let's keep Cecilia on and let's do it.
Yeah, you've got to answer. But so see, here's what I had prepared for
I'd rather watch, honestly.
Here's what I prepared for Cecilia. Cecilia, thank you so much for being on the show today. How do you enjoy being a student at Sam Houston State University? Just kidding. I did not write it. I'm just kidding. I think it is. We Justin and I, we come in, and I'm just extending this a little bit longer so folks have a chance to chime in on that text message. Justin and I come into the show, literally, we talk about some things before we go on.
Yeah.
And I do this every morning. Now
it was 5 words, Rob.
Yeah, we're 58 episodes into this, and I have a format of, we now have a format of kind of how we do things where we come on for the first 15, 20 minutes, then we have a guest usually for 30 to 45, and then we wrap up the show at the end, and then we do a giveaway, which is never at 7:55, by the way.
Well, we'd never, and Today we didn't take a break during.
No, we
hers.
didn't need to because you were so great. So,
Yeah.
but it's truthful. It's more organic, and we can really stimulate great conversations. And I think that's the most important. It is good to be prepared. Like whenever you ask me, hey, what are some of the things when I met you at the chamber? Well, what are we going to talk about? I just said we're just going to get to know you.
Yeah.
And I leave it open ended.
Yeah.
And then wherever the conversation goes, it flows.
And also, I think
Pokemon Go and all.
All right, we got our winner here. And if your number ends in an 0139, we're calling you right now. Here we go.
I thought that was your number.
Oh, you know what? It is. I just called
Do you do this every morning?
I literally just called myself.
I was like, wait, Rob.
Is that nepotism?
Oh, this one's going to be fun.
It literally I just called myself. There it is, 6383. You better answer. Don't answer.
Okay,
you
which
don't-
one?
If they call, they're probably going to answer.
He's probably at work already.
True. What time is it?
This is Matt.
Hello there, Matt. How you doing there, partner?
Good. How big a boy are you?
How big of a boy are you? Listen, I opened up I won't say where you work at, but I opened up a bank account at a local bank, and I woke up this morning, there's $100,000 in my account. And I just want to know, sir, can I keep that money, or do I got to give it back to you? Because, Monopoly says bank error, return in your favor. So can I just keep the money?
I need it all. I need it all back.
Well, I'm not giving it back to you. I already invested in a Bitcoin, and I lost every bit of it in 5 seconds. I got a young man here that he cuts hair and styles it. He's with me today. His name is Justin. Justin, how you doing, boy?
I'm doing great.
Yeah. And we got a young lady here, Mr. Matt. Her name is Cecilia. Cecilia, how you doing?
I'm good.
She's nervous, Matt. I know who this is. Elders, what's up, man?
Hey, how y'all doing? Good. Love listening to y'all in the morning.
Well, I appreciate
I think Cecilia did some photo op for us at the golf tournament. I think might have been her first day with the Chamber of Commerce.
Yep, in the deep end.
Awesome.
In the deep end.
Matt Childers, our lucky winner today. Matt, you won 2 free passes to Guardian Defense's range.
Matt is lucky.
Why is that?
He just gets all the things.
No, he hasn't. He's been texting in the show for weeks, and he told me, he's like, I'm never going to win. And I said, keep texting. And then all of a sudden, boom, the randomizer said Matt Childers. So there you go.
The randomizer.
Yeah. So
randomizer.
No, it is. Like, look, literally right here. We go to Keywords app. Matt,
he can't see.
We go to Keywords app. He can't see. And then we go right here. We've had 34 text messages come in. We hit view statistics, and then we hit pick winner, and it picks a winner. So like if we would have just did it again, it would have been Rick Boning. He would have won. But
sorry, Rick. Now you got to wait till next time.
I shouldn't have revealed that.
So Matt, congratulations, man. Excited about that opportunity for you to head out to the range. How are you gonna?
I can't wait. I've never been out there before, so I'm really excited about being able to go take a shot.
I want to make a bet that I think that Jennifer can shoot better than Matt.
Oh, yeah. Can we get this documented, Matt, please?
Statistically, women typically are better shots than men are.
Okay. Matt, what are you doing right now, man?
Driving.
You driving?
I'm driving the opposite. I was going to go have a bite at Pinch Plate, but I'm going to go ahead and get into the bank early. So
yeah, here we go. Hold on, Matt. I got something for you. First-time guest on the show. You get the horn as a first-time guest, so welcome in, buddy.
Oh, thanks.
Matt, I got one final question for you that I wanted to ask you, just scanning through kind of what I'm trying to think about. How does it feel to be the most famous person in Huntsville right now, really better than a breakfast taco now over at Sanders Kitchen, right?
I wish that were true. I just, I really have enjoyed we've been here almost, 2.5 years now. We moved from Dallas down to Huntsville. And really have been welcomed with open arms from the entire community. And, I think that if anyone wants to ever get involved in anything, all you have to do is raise your hand. And there are plenty of opportunities to serve and be a volunteer in this community. So
there you go.
We're all striving to make it better every day. So here we go.
Final question. Well, I got 2 questions for you. Final question, second to last question. And the words of Roy D. Mercer. How big of a boy are you? Just kidding. Just kidding.
Big enough.
Cecilia, we always ask our guests, and we're going to let you ask the question. We always ask our guests, what do you love most about Huntsville? Now, Matt already said a couple of things, so you can ask Matt that question. Here's Cecilia, Matt.
All right. What do you love most about Huntsville?
Well, I think I've got to respond, with my comment that, you come into this town for, being an outsider, if you will, and as long as you come with the right attitude, you're going to be welcomed with open arms from everybody you come in contact with, and it really is a very tight community with, I know it's growing. Change is going to happen, so we've got to either accept it and help manage that change or suffer from it. So I think that town's going in the right direction. The city, is growing in the right directions, and just love how friendly everybody is here. It's great.
Absolutely. I know Matt was the one that came in with the biggest challenge, with the new bank going in and everything. And I love just the memorabilia that they incorporated into the new facility. And I know Matt took a lot of heat, and it wasn't even his decision. But he said, "Look here, we're not gonna forget. I promise."
And that's important, Matt. And I love that about you. And Mayor Broniger was on here a couple of days ago, and it's something that's important to me as someone that came here too. Is as the community grows, how do we embrace it? But also, how do we preserve the culture and the things that make Huntsville so great right now? And Matt, you're doing that, and we're trying to do it here with what we're doing. And you know what, man? We want to respect the folks that have been here and embrace their culture, and I think we're doing it, man. So love you, buddy. Appreciate. I love Huntsville. I can say I love you, Matt, and it's okay. So love you, man. Appreciate you being on with us today.
Love you too, Rob.
All right, there.
Hey, you gonna bring those tickets down to Veribank on 11th Street?
I ain't bringing them down there, man. You got to come on. I told you, man, I got $100,000 that was bank error in my favor, and I'm not returning it, so I'm not coming down there. I'm just kidding. Yes, I'll drop them off to you, man. I'll take care of you. All right.
Great talking to y'all. Thanks so much.
Thanks.
You're doing a great job, Rob. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, buddy. Matt Childers again. He's over there at Veribank, so, we'll go drop those off. And, by the way, if there's any type of, federal regulation, there was not a bank favor, so you will not see an FDIC federally insured, up to $250,000 claim come in from the bank. There was nothing like that happened. There you go. Cecilia,
spit that out, huh?
She's sticking with us till the end of the show. This is great.
Might as well.
Yeah, so she's gonna.
Well, we didn't have a break, so.
Yeah, she's gonna pick up half the sponsorship from ColorBar.
Come on.
So come on down there and get the rest of it for sure. Cecilia, before we let you go, and we're gonna wrap up the show with you staying on. Justin, you know the question. She's already answered some of it too. The question we ask every guest. You can ask it.
Oh, what do you love most about Huntsville? She already answered
I thought I already answered that.
Well, you're going to answer it again at the end.
I'll answer it again because you never know when people start listening. I really love the community. I like the community. I like how they were saying earlier. It's not. People are very welcoming. You raise your hand, and there are people who are willing to give you an internship or people that you can meet and help and volunteer with. Like the internship I got now, I just asked, and there was an offer. So now I am able to be more connected to the community. Awesome. I love that about Huntsville.
Appreciate you, Cecilia. Justin, before we go, ColorBar, things rocking and rolling. What do you got for people? Rocking. What do you got for people today, man?
Oh, you know what? I'm just excited. They're replacing my air conditioner down in Conroe today.
Remember we said earlier on the beginning of the show, we said, no matter the circumstance, every day we got to find something that, we're thankful for, no matter what's going on.
Yes, Conroe is underway. It is rocking and rolling. They have a crane there as we speak. We're getting an air conditioner on the roof. So that is great. Got to keep everyone nice and cool.
Who's managing that? Are you gonna bounce around?
I am. I don't know. Call me crazy.
That's all right. Crazy Jay. I used to have a friend named Crazy Jay.
Somebody said, "Why do you want another headache?" I said, "Well, what's the difference between one headache or two?"
Just an extra.
Take another Tylenol.
Exactly, man. I was gonna say take another ibuprofen.
Just despite everything, this community is so great. But there are a lot of ups and downs, no matter where you are, and you just have to take the good with the bad and move on. You have to smile, keep your head up high, and keep going because you know what? As long as we do better than we did the day before, we're winning. That's all that matters. And if you don't do it, you won't know.
That's right. If you don't do it, you won't know. Those T-shirts, by the way, coming out. Well, let's do that, and then we'll do I'll help promote them, and then we'll work out a business deal on this. So
that's okay.
We'll ask Cecilia. She's got some good marketing behind her too. So you mentioned something good before we go here, Justin. Again, appreciate everybody being with us.
We didn't even talk about exchange students.
The exchange.
We'll get those.
We'll save that. We're going to have some exchange students on. Was the Netherlands watching us today? By the way,
I think so.
We may have had our first guest from the Netherlands watching in. I did want to close with just a very brief. I know we talked some inspiration here on the show, and today it's more about kind of your circle and what are you allowing to be the dominion over your life? If you've got some bitterness, we talked earlier about, if you feel used or you got bitterness, if you're waking up every day and talking about that to even people in your circle, and it's good, you need to talk to people that you're close to, you have to. But if you're constantly talking about that, if you're constantly bringing up stuff to others that's not positive, that's not moving you forward, you are giving that dominion in your life.
Right.
So today, think about the things, and I'm not judging, but I'm guilty of this, but think about the things that you're talking about with others. Are you talking about moving forward? Are you talking about trying to reach success? Are you talking about maybe you're a business owner like Justin wanting to do your second location, but you're scared. And so instead of you talking about, man, I'm excited about this second location, instead you're talking about, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm worried about this. I'm worried about employees. I don't know what's going to happen here. Start thinking about what would that look like if you open it up, As
a business owner, there are so many things to worry about.
There is.
I want to challenge everyone. For every one negative thing that you say today, because let's be honest, we all do. I want you to say 3 positive things.
Except my boy Joel. Except my pastor. He don't talk negative.
Yeah.
My boy Jay.
Combat that with 3 positive things. And it doesn't just like think about it. I think, Rob, you said it earlier, when you speak the positivity, it becomes existence. What'd you say earlier?
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
And so you just speak it. You just do it, and it becomes. And, like as we all say, we love this community, we love this community, we love this community. And that message has spread. That message and that the radiance of it is just shining. Include positivity with it.
There you go. Speaking of which, yes, the Netherlands was here. Sander Korn.
Was he on there?
On YouTube. And we're gonna talk to. He's coming to Huntsville?
He is coming to Huntsville.
Tease it. Let's tease it. Don't give away the full details. Give us a quick teaser before we go.
Well, I have an exchange student coming from the Netherlands.
There you go.
So next week we'll have possibly have a guest on that works with this program, and you would be surprised at how easy and fun it is to host an exchange student. And Tony and I like to do it because we don't want any more children. We have Keegan, and that's enough for us.
Dunsky.
And we like the ones that we can borrow, but then send back.
It's like cats. I like other people's cats.
But I don't want a cat, So we hosted previously from a student from Italy, and actually we're going back to Italy in September, and we're going to visit him. He's coming up, and we just had a fantastic time. And we like to go back and, take them home, meet their families, learn about their culture. They're coming over here to learn about ours. I want to learn about theirs. Now, granted, I'm not there for a year. I wish, but, just super exciting. So we'll talk more about that next week.
There you go. And Sander, get ready. Start preparing because we'll have you on the show.
Yes.
It's going to be exciting to have him and just learn. And we're going to learn about another culture. And that's what I'm excited about. Tomorrow, really special treat. In fact, tonight I'm going to go set it up. We will be inside the LSC tomorrow, our first ever little road show, if you will. Hello, Huntsville will be on the road. We will be inside the LSC at University Bookstore tomorrow with an extended show. Tomorrow is the day, or coming up this weekend is the official day that Sam Houston moves from the WAC now into Conference USA. So we will officially be celebrating that to kind of really get things rolling. We'll be there again tomorrow morning with an event, and we're going to have on multiple guests. We will have Max Tolliver, and I need to let Max know that this just happened, by the way, but he's the senior pastor over at Mount Zion. He's going to be talking about how they are bringing food to those that are hungry here in Huntsville with their food drives that they have. Max is going to be on. We're going to highlight that. Then we're going to have Russell Martinez. He's there with the university.
Awesome.
So Russell will be sharing some news about the transition, what that's been like. He's been with the university and his community his entire life. And so it'll be great to hear his perspective, just like Cecilia today, on some issues and then some great issues. And then on the backside of it, Garrick Long, he is the manager of the University Bookstore. He'll be joining us as well.
That is Barnes & Noble Bookstore.
Barnes & Noble Bookstore. Yes. Yeah, so he's the manager over there. That's right. And so, man, we have got a jam-packed rocking and rolling show tomorrow, and it's going to be extended. We may go an hour and a half or 2 hours tomorrow. So
in the morning?
Yes. So,
sweet.
Yeah, because we got a lot to cover, but we're going to extend it, and we're going to have fun, and we're going to rock and roll. I got to get to work, man.
Yeah, me too.
This isn't a job. I got to go.
Got to go.
Cecilia, are you late to the chamber?
No, I don't work today.
Boom.
That's how I was able to do this.
Heck yeah.
But I do need to get home.
She took it off. Cecilia, final remarks from you. What did you enjoy about the show today?
It's really casual, and this chair is really comfy, actually.
Yeah,
the chair is so comfortable.
When I get back to the salon, they're like, you rock and twist so much. And I'm like, why? They're comfortable. Like,
Do you really?
just-
I didn't notice that. Were you doing
I'm
this
just
the whole
like,
time?
no,
Yeah.
I locked it this morning
Oh.
so that I wouldn't do it as much because when it's here, I'm just like, yeah,
Chilling like
just
a
chilling.
It's really comfortable.
Yeah.
And y'all have a very welcoming vibe, I guess.
You can
Appreciate it.
the link to purchase will be available on hellohuntsville.com, and it'll be an Amazon link that we make commission off of. So please go.
Yeah.
Please go and do that. And finally, do have Klein cards. I'm not giving them away. I'm selling them. $25 through Hello Huntsville. That link will be posted soon. So we are proud to announce. Do you mind holding this up, Cecilia?
Locals Deals Club.
This side.
Holla, holla. What you know about the Hello Huntsville Local Deals Club powered
by Klein
Klein
Card.
Do they need the QR code?
No, don't put that up there because they can scan
Well, actually-
it. No, I'm
No.
just kidding. Totally.
No, they
I was
can't.
like, what?
You can actually preview everything that is offered on that Klein Card at
This one?
kleincard.com.
Yep, you can go
I
to
think
kleincard.com and it's there. But we will be selling those through the website as well. And same price, you can get them through the
View a
Klein
list of
Card.
businesses.
But if you hear about it on the show, we'd appreciate you purchasing them from us. We are partnered with Andrew and Paula now on the Klein Card discounts all over town. I'll be honest, I've already
And soon,
doubled.
you know what? Soon, that offer is still going to be on there, and they're going to be offering discounts in Spring, Texas.
Wow. And you know what? Here, if you pay for one of these $25, you basically have already
Get
paid
a
for
free
your service.
shampoo and style at the
Yeah.
Color Bar, basically.
You get the free. You already get a free service that's already paid for the
Yeah.
card. And then on top of that, Yummy Yummy, Fat Boys Pizza. The list
Yes.
goes on and on.
There's so many different ones. I think Guardian Defense is on there.
Yep.
Tomorrow's Promise. Waive your what is it called? Enrollment fees or
Yep,
something.
yep.
So there's so many great tools on there.
They
and
are.
discounts.
Friends, we love each and every one of you. We appreciate you for joining us on this show each and every morning. Again, we'll be back at it tomorrow live from the LSC over at University Bookstore. So make sure you tune in tomorrow morning as we celebrate Sam Houston moving to Conference USA. Cecilia, been a joy to have you on this
Thank you
morning.
for
Thank
having
you.
me.
Jay,
Thank you.
J-Dog.
Always.
Look at that right
Jake
there.
Hill.
See that? Jake.
What is
All
it?
the special handshake.
Jake, we call that the homie hookup handshake.
homie
That's
hookup.
a special handshake. There's only 3 people in town that have that, so we just didn't finish it off. Here's how
Yeah.
you finish it. You do this. You snap like that.
Oh.
The snap. You come back like that, and then it's 1, 2, boom.
Okay.
That's how you do it. And that's how we do it here on
Peace
Good Mor-
out.
That's how we do it on Good Morning Huntsville. We love you. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow. As we end every broadcast, I want to remind you this morning, friends, that we truly aren't strong enough alone to make it on our own. We need each other. Provide a word of encouragement. Lend. Oh, hold on. Hold on.
You've got to get
There it
this
is.
button.
Provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support. This doesn't fit what I'm saying. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow morning.